There is much beauty to be found in this world, and life is short. So I'm going on a journey, and you're invited.
And good morning, everybody. I'm about to take off on my big trip to the Outer Banks. I was fortunate enough to be able to land a deal where I get to do an engagement shoot for a friend of mine this weekend, and in exchange she's going to pay for my camping expenses and my gas. So I think that's a pretty fair deal. So I got the 5 all loaded. We'll swing around and kind of show you what it looks like here. There's a container that I told you before. It's not completely full. I've got just about everything in it I'm going to bring on my my cross-country trip. So we still have room to spare. And I think I might even manage to rearrange things to where I can do some stealth camping if I absolutely have to. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But anyway, I don't want to delay this anymore. We're going to get on the road, and I'll see you in the Outer Banks and hopefully get some good scenery and some beautiful pictures.
All right, hey guys, I made it to the Outer Banks. I'll show you the view here in a minute, but first I wanted to show you my camping setup. I told you that I'd show you my rig eventually, and so here it is. You've already seen the inside of the van, but this is what it looks like as I'm setting it up for sleeping. So I got plenty of room for me to sleep. Fortunately, I'm not 6'5", and with a little room left over. Now this doubles as my my ice chest, of course, but also I'm going to use it as an ice chest cooler. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about this, and I think it'll work just fine in this confined space. I'll put a fan right here, and then actually right here I'll put one of those vent deflectors that you see on some the floors of some vents to direct the air. I really don't think it's going to get to be all that hot tonight. I think the low is going to be about 65, so that's certainly nice for sleeping, so I'm not too worried about that. Now the tent setup, this is a pretty cool tent. It's a Coleman Instant tent, and this thing is actually very easy to put up with just one person. Those poles stay permanently attached to the tent, and it's just a matter of flipping the poles out, extending them, and putting everything in the ground, your clamps in the ground, so that works out pretty well. For my purposes, this is certainly big enough. You can see I've got my drawer set there to hold some supplies and some clothes, and over here is the kitchen area I've set up, and a lot of these ideas I've gotten from YouTube. Here is a wash area, sink area, where I've actually placed a pipe into here, drilled a hole through the bin here, and then through this plastic table, and it will drip into this bucket, and I can dump that as gray water. I plan to use that for washing up real quick and doing dishes. Of course, my 1-burner Coleman stove here, and this is what I've set up here for doing the dishes and washing my hands. It's a pretty simple thing. You know, it's a standard pump sprayer that you would get from a lawn and garden area, and fortunately this portable hose, this little hose shower head, is the correct diameter to fit over the tube that comes with this. So I simply just cut the tube, put this over there, makes a nice tight seal, and when I pump this up, I actually have a good amount of water pressure here just to do dishes. Now I guess theoretically I could take a shower with that, but it's only 2 gallons of water, so that might be a little difficult. Now here on the ground you see a submersible shower pump and head that I bought also from Amazon, if you search for submersible pump shower head, it's like the first thing that pops up, about $35. And I tried it at home, and it gives a pretty good flow. The only thing I don't like about it is the on-off switch is on the submersible unit here, right there. So in order to turn this thing on and off, you actually have to dip your hand down into the water and turn the pump off. But I don't know, minor inconvenience. So another idea that I got from YouTube was about heating water, and that is simply taking a 5-gallon bucket like so and painting it black and setting it out in the sun. Now, I haven't been here all that long in order for this thing to get warmed up, and it's a pretty cloudy day, so I doubt I'm going to get any warm water. But maybe tomorrow we'll have better luck and I'll be able to report on that. Now I'm going to give you a view of the sound side of the Outer Banks. It's about 5:03 in the afternoon. So being the sound side, it's nice and calm, and you can see the cloud cover we have up there. It's kind of nice. I'll be meeting up with my party later on to potentially do engagement shoot, maybe a little bit this evening. If not, we'll do some more. We'll do some tomorrow. But tonight we're definitely going to do some scouting. So that's it for now, and I'll be adding more later. Greetings, everyone. Well, I'm back from my trip to the Outer Banks in North Carolina. The weekend went well overall, got lots of great photos. I'll be developing those here shortly. And as far as testing out the camping rig, well, that worked out very well also. I'll run through a few of the things that I showed you before. Let's see, we talked about the water heater bucket, the black bucket that you set out in the sun, the solar heater. On the second day, on Saturday, I left that out in the sun all day and checked the temperature about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it worked incredibly well. The water was actually slightly warmer than what I would normally take a shower with at home, so that was good. I tried out the portable immersible shower pump as well. So that all worked fine. The table that I had set up, the cooking gear, sleeping in the back of the van worked well. I had some neighbors that were pretty close that were young and partying a little bit, and that kept me up a little bit, but overall it was a good trip. As far as the camping rig goes, I'm thinking about making some changes to the platform in the back. I'm thinking about instead of using the platform as a hinged door, I'm thinking about actually making it a slide out so that I can use the top of the platform as a table as well. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is the curtains. Instead of just hanging them up by little hooks, I think it would be more convenient, faster, easier if I actually strung up some sort of wire or cord that I can put one long piece of curtain on and just withdraw it rather quickly. And then finally, I'm thinking about maybe doing away with the tent. I'm not so sure I need it. If I can make a table with the platform and have an area to cook on and eat on, that sort of thing like that, I'm not sure I need to bring the tent along as well. I mean, the one thing I will be giving up is privacy, certainly, if I do that. So I know there are many van dwellers out there who certainly don't have a tent, but their vans are bigger than mine. The Mazda 5 is pretty small, so that may be a little difficult. If you have thoughts on the matter, please let me know. Oh, and I apologize for not getting any video of the actual beach area at the Outer Banks, but I was pretty busy shooting engagement photos. So at the end of this video, I'll add some beach scenes, some photos that I had taken. So for now, I guess that clears it up. I'll try to get this thing out to you here before too long, and we'll prepare for that long cross-country trip next month. So thanks for watching.